Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Dawn here. So today I'm with you because we have a magazine. So this is just dropped through the door and it is a creative stamping. It's issue number 94 and we've got some gorgeous gifts with it this month, which I will go through in a moment when we come to make our card. So before I do that, I just want to share with you, so I don't know if any of you saw my last video on my haul or whichever video it was, because I'm not sure when this is going to go up, but I just wanted to share this with you. So my daughter Kate, she goes to Northumbria University in Newcastle. She is currently studying creative writing and English literature. Super proud of her. She's currently writing her first novel, which is super exciting. And she's in the last stages of editing it. So it's just a fiction. But yeah, I've read it. Well, I've read the first draft. I'm waiting for her to send me the edited draft so I can reread it. But yeah, honestly, so proud of her. So hopefully she will look at getting that published very soon, or hopefully within the next year or so. But today she sent me this link over. Look, I don't know if you can see, how cool is that? So that is a story that my daughter Kate has wrote, and it is on the On Edge magazine site. So it's the magazine that is to do with Northumbria University, where people get their can have their bits and pieces published, and Kate has been picked to have her story published in it, which I'm super chuffed about. So proud, and had to share it with you all. So in my description box below will be a link to that story. Please do go and show her some support and have a read, and also, if you wouldn't mind, to share it as well, because I think the whole world should read it. I read it and I was a bit, ooh, is there any more? I did ask her and she went, oh, I don't know, ma'am, I'm a bit busy with this one. But yeah, it's really good actually. Because yeah, I'm not going to say anything, I don't want to spoil it for anyone, but yeah, I was wondering where it was going all the way through, but yeah, I like it. I like it a lot, and not one, a little twist in it as well, which I think is fab. So yeah, please do go and support her. So I just wanted to sort of share that with you. Okay, so make sure my phone's turned off. Well, sort of to the side. There we go. Let's have a quick scan through the magazine. I did tell her I was going to tell you guys should read it. I went, yeah, I'm so proud. Anyway. We have our usual on the front, our editor, we have what's going to be in the magazine and all the rest. I always pick, I'm going to try and not pick, let me just see if I move that a little bit, there we go. So yeah, we'll just pick some random pages. Again, I'm going to try and do it so it's not just adverts that we're going to get, because every time I open up, see, we have a page of adverts. So it's just a quick scan, because if you I mean, I say it every time, but if you're going to buy this magazine, you're not going to want me to sit here and show you the full thing. So it's me basically just doing a little bit of a teaser, really, of showing you a few bits that are in it. Because, like I say, you know, you pay the money for the magazine. So yeah, okay. So that's that. I normally give you a sneak peek next month. So. Ooh, I like these bottles. So the next month is Message in a Bottle, plus 6 downloadable background papers. I don't like it when they do downloads. I don't really download them, only because I can't be bothered, but they do have a 6x6 stencil, and I'm loving those hearts, so that is definitely going to be really nice. Loving this stamp set. I've actually just done a sea themed ATC video, and I loved my ATCs. I fell in love with them, and it was doing seaside theme, so these would be really good to do something like that. But I'm loving these bottles. I think those bottles are gorgeous. So just for the bottles, for me personally, it would be worth it. They do actually have a subscribe today and get 3 issues for £10, but it doesn't say how to do it. So yeah, I'm not sure how it works, unfortunately, but yeah, but it does say, I'm wondering if there's an advert in here that tells us, because if there is, I'll hold it up to the camera, so I'll just have a quick sort of scan. I don't really like looking at my magazine until I've done but if you can get 3 issues for £10, then you're going to do it, really, aren't you? But again, it's seeing if I can find it. But every time I've tried to put the links in the description box, no, this one just says pay £24.99. So no, so yeah, I'm not sure where you can get the 3 issues for £10 from. It just says subscribe today, and there's no code. So yeah, I do apologise about that. Yeah. Oh well, never mind. If you have got this magazine and you have found what the code is, if you could leave it in the comment section below, please, so other people can see it, that would be great. But yeah, so that's our magazine this month, so let's move that away. Here are the free gifts. So I say free gifts, but you know. Oh, the magazine to buy in the UK is £9.99. So this issue, so issue number 94, will cost you £9.99. So just so that you are aware. And I dropped my glues. So let's bring my light back in, just because I feel like it's a bit dark. Move that out of the way. So we get this paper pad, which is absolutely gorgeous and really, really fun. So I thought we'll definitely have to make a card using some of this. So a quick run through, and I think we get 2 pages of everything, if I remember rightly. I had a quick scan before I turned my camera on. Oh, gorgeous. And then I think it's just repeated. Oh, actually it might not be. It might all be different. But yeah, loving the paper, so we're definitely going to have to use those today. It'd be a crime not to. So that's the papers. And then we do get a really large stamp set. So let's take it out of its packet. So I haven't quite had a full look at it yet. Oh, it's getting stuck on there. Right. And we need a sort of plainish paper. That'll do, won't it? Okay. Yeah, that'll do. So we have this little tree stump. I actually bring this one in as well. Oh, my lights are terrible. So we've got this tree stump. We've got this little gnome and bird. We've got lots of sentiments. All garden theme. We've got this wishing well, butterflies, wheelbarrow, watering can. We've got a frog, some ladybugs. I love this little mushroom. That mushroom's lovely. I would have loved to have had a bigger one. We've got some plant pots, a little snail. So yeah, really nice. And then the sentiments are: there's no place like gnome. Have a happy day, just because. A friend like gnome other. Happy retirement. Grown with love. With lots of love on your special day. Life is better in the garden. Love blooms. Happy birthday, and wishing you well. So that is them. So the first thing we're going to do is I'm just going to grab out some cardstock. So this is 160 GSM smooth cardstock that we are going to use. So let's grab that. And then let's grab a stamping block. And I think I'm going to use my Copics today. So I'm going to use my Memento black ink for it, because like I say, I will be using my Copics. I want to stamp out this one, the tree stump, because it's not really showing up on very well on the stamp of what it looks like. So I'm hoping that, oh, I forgot that I need to clean the stamp first before I use it with that. So change of plan, we're going to use watercolours and my archival, because my archival ink sticks better. It's only because I need to get my stamp cleaner out to clean it. Watercolor cardstock is what we need. So let me just move this and grab my juice. I should have in here some cards. So this is actually all my Scrawler Books bits and pieces. So in here we have lots and lots of watercolor cards and stuff, so I may as well use that. Oh, which one? I'll use the Derwent one, I think. Yes, because it's smooth. So yeah, I'm going to use that one. Right, okay, and there's Lady again. She's upstairs playing with my daughter, so I do apologise for that. She is an absolute menace at the moment. Yep. She just, I think because the sun is out, she just wants to play all the time, which is so cute. And she sort of tells me off because she wants to play. She wants to play with Quinn. And Quincy's an old dog now, so he's 16 next month. Can you believe it? And you know, he's not a puppy anymore, so he doesn't want to play as much as her. So he sort of sulks away, and then she just sort of barks at me as if to say, Mum, tell him I want to play. That is gorgeous. That is absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to stamp it again, I think. Oh no, actually no, we'll leave it because I should have got 2 out so I could stamp it again, but I'm going to have that. And then let's have a look. What else can we have go with that? So, I don't know. I really don't know. What about if we have that sort of... No, I don't like that either. I'm trying to think, actually, what about... We could always have the gnome sort of stud next to him. Not really, or the Wellington boots. I'm just going to put down what I think, or the watering can. And we'll do them up and then we'll sort of decide from there. I'm going to have a couple of butterflies. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's all I'm going to go with. So let's get these stamped. And like I say, we'll use some watercolours to colour these in. Now, there's been plenty of videos where I haven't used watercolour cardstock, and I have used normal cardstock, and it has worked. Just don't saturate it with water, so try not to put loads of water in. You're not going to get the same movement, but it can be done. I've done it quite regularly. If I haven't known which route I'm going to sort of go down, then I tend to just put it on my normal cardstock and then sort of go from there. Okay, let's put the watering can on. Make sure plenty of ink. And I will be fussy. Oh, that's because I didn't push it down right. So I will be fussy cutting these out. That's much better. And then let's do a few butterflies as well. Oh, do you know what would help if we did it the right way? Where's my wipes? They're not in there. Right, let's use my rag instead, because I put the ink on the wrong way around, because that's the type of thing that I like to do. Okay, so let's try that again. And again, I'm just going to do a few of these. I'm not sure how many we're going to do, but I think if I do a selection of them, then we have the option there. And what I don't use, I can just pop into my bit box. So yeah, right. Okay, just move all of that out of the way. Right, don't need that anymore. And then, so let's pop that over the way. What should we go for? What about life is better in the garden? I like that. So I am going to stamp it a few times, I think. Okay. And then you're supposed to do it from, you're supposed to put the ink pad onto your, what do you call it? Oh, there's my phone. Right, okay, just going to do this. Let's do one more just to be on the safe side. Okay, so I know I've gone quiet. I'm just trying to make sure that that's right. Okay, because what I'm thinking is I might just cut this up, so if I've got a couple of them on the go, then we can't get it wrong, can we? And if we do get it wrong, we've got a spare one to go with. Right, okay. So next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab some watercolours. So I have the Ecoline pens, watercolour pens, so I'm going to use them. So brown, green, I want pinks, blue, pink, red. Should we just say we want them all? I'll do a dark blue, maybe a bit of orange. Right, okay, so that's them. You don't have to use watercolor pens. Actually, do you know which pens we should use? My mum bought me these for Christmas, and I also have a really nice set that I got off my friends for Christmas as well. So these ones, I think I'm going to use them actually instead of the Ecoline ones. So let's put, because I think we've got more of a choice with them. So yeah, I think I'd rather use them. Okay, let's put them back. Right, so what I want to do is, let's pull my little tray out so we have it ready and open. I've got my spray water if I need it. We do need a brush, so let's grab one. So this one will do, and we also need some water as well. So I have some here that I prepared earlier. So the first thing I want to do is I'm just going to bring in a brown. So I'm just going to grab, so you can use, like I said, you can use any watercolor pens that you would like. So I'm just drawing the watercolor pen onto my glass mat, but you can do it on a palette. And then I'm just taking my water and I'm just sort of going from there and adding in my pigment that way, and then just spreading the pigment all the way around. So just like that, so that everything is nicely coloured. And I love loose watercolouring like this. There's no art to it. You don't have to be precise or perfect to do it. You can just go for it. And that's what I absolutely love. And it's probably actually better that I didn't use my Copics, because of it probably would have taken me quite a while, and I probably would have put it on speed, but I know not everybody likes the speed ones. Right, actually I'm going to go in, I just want to make a few bits a bit darker, so I'm just going to go in with my pens. And that's the beauty with the watercolor pens, is we can add in some shading. So that's what I'm going to do. So where there's a shadow, we're just going to add in, and then we're just going to brush it out. And do you know, these pens, I don't know where they came from, because like I said, they were a gift, but they're absolutely fab. I love them. So but yeah, like I say, you do not need the top range of watercolor pens at all. Okay, so just like that. Let's say we're just darkening up around the edges. I mean, how nice is that looking, just by putting in a little bit of shadow. Okay, right, with the door, because I do want the door to be like a dark brown, so I'm actually going to colour it in using the watercolour pen. And then my shadowing, I think I'm going to come in with the black, because I think that would work. And I'm just going to go over it just so it's got that washed out look. There we go. And then again, I'm going to go around this bit. I'm going to put in some shadows like that. See, this is where having watercolour paper, especially if you're using the pens, really does help. I have noticed that. So you can't get away, unfortunately, of just going straight onto the paper and then blending it out with water with normal paper. So just drop my paintbrush. So yeah, definitely something to think about. Right, I think that we're just about there. I'm loving how it's looking. So yeah, really liking that. So again, I'm going to just blend that out. So I hope that you will sort of do something very similar and have a little experiment. And you can just use regular watercolours out of pans, that would work. So yeah, so just have a little bit of an experiment, I think. Right, okay, so there's that. So I'm loving that. Now I need a nice grey, and unfortunately I don't have a grey, but I do have a black. So what we're going to do is put some black down, and then we're just going to really water it down, and that will give us our grey. And the first thing I'm going to do is just put some shadowing around the door using it. Okay, and then I just want sort of the bottom half of the mushrooms to be done. So just there. I'm going to put a little bit over those windows as well, and a little bit darker for the stones there. I like that. Perfect. Actually I need this little window doing. There we go. Now I'm going to go in with a red, so let's use this one. So I know that these ones came from Lidl, these pens, so I know these were quite cheap, but again they work lovely. Actually this is more of a dark pink, but that's fine. So we're just going to go around and do our mushroom heads. So I don't know what that bit is. Well, it's sort of like mushrooms, isn't it? Okay, I'm just going to bring in a bit of this dark grey colour, and again I just want it just to tone this this pink down just ever so slightly and bring in a little bit of shading. Okay, so there's that. Okay, and then I'm going to come in with my green, and again I'm going to just water this down nicely, and we are just going to go over all of the leaves like so. So just to bring out that colour. Okay, I am loving this, absolutely loving it. Okay, so making sure that all of the leaves are nice and green. And again, if you wanted to make any bits darker, you can come in with the pen itself and then just blend it out. But I think that's it for that bit. I like that. Right, I'm just going to get rid of these. Okay, now I want a nice green for the wellies. Actually, let's go with the darker one. So I'm just going to pop on my colour and then using my water blend that out. So like so. Do the same here as well. So just using the water, let's blend that out. Okay, now it doesn't matter that I'm going over the edges, that actually just, yeah, when I've fussy cut them out, it'll help, you won't really see them, so yeah, I'm not worried about that at all. Okay, that's not quite right. Okay, so there's the wellies. I'm going to wait for that to dry a little bit. What colour should we have our watering can? I don't know actually, but I do want a little bit of darker green on, so while I'm trying, I'm thinking maybe purple-ish. That's what I'm thinking. So just like that, and again just making it so that it comes out. Yeah, that looks nice. Right, okay, what about this blue? What about sky blue? That may work. So, oh, that's a really pale blue. So let's just cover this up in this, and then we've got a darker blue. So this, I'm going to bring in this darker blue, and we're just going to sort of add in some shadow areas. So basically where those little lines are, that's what we're going to do. And then bringing in my brush again, we're just going to blend that out like so. Yep, like that. So just making it a softer line and then taking up that excess. Okay. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. And then, okay. So there's our watering can. Now, last one to do is the gnome, and we're definitely going to have to do a red. So I'm going to start off with this, and again, I'm going to use it as a brush, as a pen. I'm not doing very well with my staying within my lines, but you know, it is what it is. So let's pop the colour on him. Oh, I do like that. And then I'm going to bring this down. And I am catching his belt, but his belt will be going black. So once it's dry, we can come in and cut that in black. So make sure we get all of the areas that need to be covered. Let's have a red hat. Okay, and again, I'm just going to spread that out nicely. Oh, I like that. I think that looks really cute. And then, okay, I think, let's see if we can just have like a nice pink nose. Oh, and then I'm just going to take that up. Yeah, nice. Right, last thing is we want his boots, so which are going to go black, but again I'm just going to add it sort of to my shadow areas and where the lines are for the for the shade it is, and then come in just with my water and spread that colour around. So again, we've got our shaded areas, but it gives it just a little bit more definition, doesn't it? Okay, and I'm going to go across like so. Oh, I like that. Really like that. Okay, and then we want this to work. So I'm just going around like so. And then, yeah, I like that. And I think that's it. Right, just there's just our butterflies left to do, so I think let's just do them in sort of random colours. So what I think I'm just going to do is just go over the top of them like that with different colours, and then, because yeah, so just like that, and make sure that the area around it is also covered, because I think that will look lovely. So I'm going to do that with all of them and just do some random colours, because I think how nice will that be. I'm not sure how many of these we're going to use, but you know, okay, nice pink, and oh, a lemon. Oh, that's a nice bright lemon, isn't it? And let's do the sky blue. And one more. Let's do this one. Okay. There we are. Like that. Actually, I don't even think we need to put the water on, but I think if you want it to look like it's more of a watercolour. Okay. So just like that. I don't know if it is making much of a difference. I think I'm just doing it for the sake of doing it, actually. Oh, do that one. So yeah, there we go. Right, okay, and then I'm just going to sort of dab up that colour. What we're going to do now is we're going to just grab, what time are we on, my scissors, and we're going to cut these out, and then we're going to build up our card. So just like this. And as most of you know, I love fussy cutting. So the few tips that I would give you when fussy cutting is cut your pieces down so that they are smaller. It really does make a huge difference. So like here, I mean, I am cutting everything down a lot smaller, but it really does make that difference. Find a pair of scissors that you are comfortable with. So the scissors that I'm using today are Tim Holtz ones. I have the 6-inch and I have the 5-inch. Today I'm using my 5-inch ones, but I have to say I much prefer the 6-inch ones, but both are really nice to use to cut. So that is what I found to be my preference. I've seen a lot of people that use the orange handle Fisker scissors, the little embroidery ones, so that's a good option to go for. I've never tried them, so I don't know what they look nice, I have to say, but unfortunately I haven't tried them. I have tried many different types of embroidery scissors, so like the, you know, the ones that look like birds, or just like little tiny embroidery ones, and I just didn't like them. Personally, I think it was because I needed somewhere that was bigger for my hands to go in, because I have got quite big chunky hands. So yeah, so I found that I needed the comfort in the hands, so that's why I've went with these ones. The other thing is, make sure your scissors are not too tight, because that can cause problems in the long run. So if your scissors are quite tight to open and shut, you're going to end up with problems like carpal tunnel and stuff in your wrists. So this is why it is so important to find a really good pair of scissors that's comfortable for you, that just glides like through butter, like through the paper like butter, and is just, yeah. So make sure that you find something that's definitely right for you. The other thing to always do is start at the back of your scissors, because it's giving you more cutting power, so you can cut further away, rather than little short snips, which can become quite jaggedy, and you'll feel like you won't actually have as much of a of control as what you would do if you actually start at the back of the scissors. And then the other tip is, instead of moving your scissors, move your paper. So if you're starting at the back of your scissors, and if you've watched me cutting this, you'll see that I'm starting at the back of my scissors, and in one sort of cut, using the paper, moving the paper, I'm getting quite a nice neat cut, and I'm getting it where I need it to be. And then the other thing is just lots of practice. I didn't learn to be this good overnight. I love fussy cutting. I fussy cut every day without fail. I have a huge pile beside my bed that I sit and I cut when I'm watching telly, just because it relaxes me personally. But I remember when I first started fussy cutting, I hated it. I could never get it right. It wasn't perfect. However, I found that by accepting that I'm not perfect, and accepting that I'm not going to be able to get the lines around the pieces perfectly, it's improved my fussy cutting a lot. So I know that I'm not going to I know I'm not going to be perfect at it. I know that you know, just like you guys, you know, there's going to be some days my fussy cutting is going to be terrible, and I accept that, and I understand that. So I accept that I'm not perfect, but I practice, and on certain things I go really slow. So by going a bit slower, you've got that little bit more control over your scissors and over the piece that you're cutting out. So yeah, so practice definitely makes perfect. And you know, when you're first starting out, I would highly suggest you get a 12 by 12 sheet of paper that has lots of fussy cutting elements on, but are easy. Preferably maybe a floral, because florals can be quite easy to cut out. But and just practice. That's all I can say is, honestly, practice does make perfect. And, you know, don't aim to be perfect, because we're not all you're not going to get it perfect. I don't get it perfect. And I accept that my efforts are not perfect. And, you know, they're good enough for me. So they're the sort of tips I would give you when fussy cutting. And it has actually, I wasn't expecting it to take that long. So, yeah, I'm sorry if I bored you. But yeah, I just thought I'll run through, I'll just cut a few on camera with you, and I'll run through my tips for fussy cutting. I haven't done it in a while, so for all those who are new and joining me, hopefully, yeah, this video will help. So I may as well stay with you actually and do these last couple. So yeah, so definitely it is a handy skill to have, I have to say, just because, like I say, I mean, you can sit and fussy cut for hours, and then I've had a lot of people ask me where I get all my embellishments from my bit box. Well, a lot of them is me just sitting cutting out of 12 by 12 papers, or 6, anything that's got sort of fussy cut elements on, stamping images. So I'll stamp images and colour them, and then I'll sit and I'll fussy cut them all out. So yeah, that's how I get my ephemera, and it's a really, really good way of building up your stash. So yeah, I really do. I encourage you all to stamp lots of images, colour them up, whether it be through watercolour like I've done, which as you've seen is very, very quick, and it's a really good way of stocking up, or having a look through your papers and seeing what you can fussy cut, because yeah, it's all awesome. Right, I've got one more butterfly there, but we'll leave that for now. Let me grab, I should have really grabbed the card base out, but I didn't. Oh, do you know what, I'm going to grab this one. So this is just a green piece of card that I've folded in half, so I have made it myself. I am going to pop these away because I'm not going to need them anymore, but aren't they just absolutely fab, these pens? I love them. Like I say, I'm not going to look to see how much they are, because that's just rude, but yeah, this is the pens that were gifted to me off my lovely friends for Christmas, and like I said, I absolutely love them. And then these ones did come from Lidl, that my mum bought me for Christmas as well, so very, very handy. And you know, even though I have like 3 sets of watercolours, they're all different shades, which is really, really good. So I feel like I've got a nice wide selection. Okay, so now that we're doing that, let's have a look at the papers, because I think it'd be nice to have some of the papers on this. So I'm thinking that we have Mr. Gnome there, and we pop that there, along with some wellies and the watering can, and then we have our butterflies. And I'm looking at that thinking it doesn't even need anything at all, just maybe a bit of blue sky. Should we give it a bit of blue sky? So I'm just going to tear down there, and I think what I'll do is I'll come back on and we'll create another card with this, because I'm just sort of looking at the time, and it is what I've been on for 38 minutes and we haven't even put our card together, so having too much fun. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I've just got my glue here. I'm just going to glue this. I'm going to glue the top half, just like that. So as you saw, I didn't cut this out, I just tore it out, which I'm quite happy to tear my paper. I love tearing paper. It's one of the things that I love to do, is tear my paper. I just love the sound of it. I know, terrible, isn't it? So, and all these bits that I'm sort of cutting off, I won't bin these, they will be used. So if you're thinking, oh, she's torn that, that's just a waste, it isn't, because I will actually use it. I use everything that I rip, because I just love ripping, and I love the texture you get off it. I just love it. So I'm hoping that we don't see that line, so we can use stuff to sort of not see the line, and we can. So I'm going to stick him there. So let's put some glue on here, like so, and we're just going to make sure that that line is covered and stick him down. And then this again, I just want to make sure that that is covering that. So how far can we cut? About there. Okay, so I will have to cut that end bit off, but that I'm quite happy to do that because then it'll fit on the card. The card base measures, I can't remember if I did say it, but the card base that I'm using does measure 5 7/8 by 4 1/8, but you could just do 5 3/4 by 4. So it's just the size of an A4 sheet of card here in the UK, folded in half and then cut down the middle. So that's the size that I am using. Okay, so that's them. I want the little boots on. Let's raise the little boots up. So I have some cardboard here. So like this. And what I'm going to do is actually do boot shape and see if that fits. Just need to do that a little bit rounder. Okay, because why not? Why not indeed? And let's cut the toes off. Perfect. Right, so I'm going to glue this down and stick that in. Okay, and then we're going to glue that down onto our card base. I love putting dimension on, as most of you guys know. And then we're going to have the watering can again. Let's pop the watering can up. Oh. So glue this down just onto there like so. Okay, I need a little bit for that end bit, so let's pop some glue on there and then stick that on there. If you have foam pads, then please do feel free to use them. I have got foam pads, but I love using cardboard for dimension. I just think there's something amazing about it, and it feels so good to use something that normally you would put in the recycling. Right, okay, so that's the base of our card. So I'm going to just come in and bring in our sentiments. So make sure there's just one sheet. No, there was two. I thought there was. Felt a bit thick. Right, and I'm just going to cut it down, and then let's have a look to see how that looks. Oh, I quite like that actually. Right, do you know what? I'm going to fussy cut it. So that's just following the outline of our card. Okay, so not our card, oh, where's my head at? Our sentiment. I've got a thing at the minute where I just love fussy cutting out my sentiments. I just love how they look. So yeah, that's my thing at the minute. So you'll find that I do it quite a bit at the minute. Okay. Oh, see, doesn't that just look awesome? And then, so it's the same size. We are just going to grab some bits of cardboard. So I don't think I need that many, but let's pop them on. And then I'm just going to put a line of glue in because I know whereabouts it needs to go from. So, oh, 2 bits are fine. Yeah, that'll work lovely. And then, oh, I love that. That needs actually moving over just a smidgen. Okay. So now that that's done, let's pop some glue on and on there because we want that to stay on. Oh, do you know what I haven't done? I haven't done his beard and tash, but yeah, I know what we'll do for that. We're going to do sparkle pen. So let's pop some sparkles in his beard. Oh, they're so cute. Why not? Oh, I've picked up some of that red. I didn't want to do that. Never mind. Yeah. Oh, thought, oh, I can't believe that happened. Right, it's just there. Okay. Right, I suppose that's what you get for using watercolours, isn't it? Okay, the last thing I'm going to do is, with these embellishments, is we're going to pop in some of our butterflies. And actually, I'm thinking 2 will be enough, but perhaps, no, that's not like that. Oh, blue. No, I'm going to have 3. Okay, I like that. I like that a lot. Why's that coming out? Right, so let's stick them down like this. And then I think we can safely say that our card is done. Oh, isn't that gorgeous? Right, I love that. There's my pin. Let me just pop my pin back in so my glue doesn't block, because it does that quite regularly. And there we have it. So I will come in again and we will do another card, just because it's like 45 minutes this video, so I do apologise. But although saying that, you guys are amazing, because you have told me that you prefer my longer videos, so I hope I don't disappoint. But yeah, this is our card that we've created today. So basically we've literally used a tiny bit of the paper and the rest is all stamping, but isn't that just so cute? I wish you could see the sparkle on his beard, because it really has made a huge difference. So that is it. That is everything that we've done today. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope you've enjoyed as well seeing the process from start to finish. Yeah, I had planned on stopping the video when I fussy cut, but then I was given the tips, and yeah, anyway, I hope they've been very useful to you. I'm going to leave it there. Thank you everybody so much for watching. Please do consider subscribing if you're not already a subscriber. Also hit that bell so you're notified as and when I do upload, which is most days at 12 o'clock. Well, actually it's every day at 12 o'clock, and then there's always an extra little video when magazines come out at around anywhere between 6 and 10 on a night. So yeah, enjoy. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. But until then, happy crafting everyone. Bye.